The Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of squads from the American. As we'll see, the Navy midshipmen taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. Coming out with it, it's Morales. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Tigers offense takes the field for the first time today. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David. And then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Navy's offense will go to work for the first time today. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to
block him. 67, that's a touchdown.
The defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's an awesome-looking carry, and you know when you're playing Navy, you better get ready to try to stop the run. Whether it's option, whether it's conventional, you better practice being in your gap, everybody being sound, and getting your eyes on the football. There are 3 certainties in life, guys. You're going to die, you're going to pay your taxes, and Navy is going to tote the rock.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Give to the big fullback. Hard running there. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. He makes the grab. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Fires to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Holds and fires complete to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it past the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. The inside handoff. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Let's take a minute here to talk a little Memphis. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that you know they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Navy offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cook. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch.
There he goes. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field. There's nothing you can do about it.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Makes the grab down the middle. They bring him down, but not before he he's able to pick up the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, midshipman.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Boyd. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The RPO is complete. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage.
Hit too far.
A few yards there.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to throw, it's Maddox. Gets it out quickly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed.
What was you turned around for? Like you supposed to be looking at the receiver.
Memphis picking up the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Finds his man. It's McKenzie. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work his way down to the 28.
My goodness.
At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Hands it off. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long.
Look, as an offense, we're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Never enough. That brings him to within 1. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And Navy will go back on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's the handoff. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give on the option. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
The one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball.
Oh, no.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
13th, Jesus.
Solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The play action fake. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
But
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's open.
Turning it on! Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short game by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. This junior making his presence and making the stop after
you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Vic. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
He's got an open man. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Quarterback keeper. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
That was stupid.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Dropping back, it's Kinsey. Caught, close to the marker, it's Vick. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he...
Touchdown, Navy! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top.
How the fuck you get hurt after scoring a touchdown on the PAT, bro? Like, that's wild.
So effective in the red zone.
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
That's crazy.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Rides the back on the option to give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. The little soft
way to get there.
Ball's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's Maddox. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
It's a gloomy day outside of Memphis.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Navy offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. There's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They want to run this quarterback. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, they get the first down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it.
That boy took a shot.
Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown.
Rest in peace, Kyron Lacy. Trip out, trip out, trip out.
Exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Rides the back and leaves it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Memphis wants to move quickly. Looking downfield, it's Maddox.
That's a pick. Stop playing with me.
He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
That's another interception.
Hook up on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And Navy will go back on the attack. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the big fella. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Offense in the hurry up. Looking to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
You gotta catch that, 9.
Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot.
You gotta catch that, 9.
You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make it.
Right.
Feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same.
You gotta catch the ball, number 9. That was a touchdown.
Just a few seconds remaining here.
Well, at least inside the 5.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snagged in the middle. It's Coffee. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board.
Got him. 63.
As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key.
I can't see your whole comment, bro. You be cutting it off.
Give me efficiency every day.
Well, I'm sure it's some hater shit.
The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's
But
send it
if you're
back
talking
to the
about the
fellas
kick,
at
I
Simmons
think my
Bank
dude got
Liberty
the
Stadium.
trait for like not over kicking, so I can do that and then not fuck up.
Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the midshipman offense making its way back
run the
onto
ball.
the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're
Nigga
more
fast than the
physical, they're
motherfucker.
winning in
There ain't
the
no way.
trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
The sure hand, it's Cook. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Navy now facing third and short. To the air, it's Kinsey. Catch in the middle, it's Vick. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
I make the right read, and the shit still fuck.
Stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's in front. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch.
First down, good shit.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You're a dog,
We know
man.
this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often, and usually don't go far down the field, but nice.
I was all over that shit.
From the defense, they knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half.
What we got? What we got?
Part of it. Don't let him
Call
beat you with this
holding. Accept it.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Navy will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on.
That's a fumble. What the fuck?
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Safe completion on the screen.
The shit. I'm supposed to react to it.
The grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the
defense has been great this season.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Oh, man. It's a good return, bro.
Punt team onto the field.
We've been kind of threatening to take one all the way back.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch at the 45.
Ah.
Solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Navy offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this.
Oh no, that's so badly thrown. He beat the nigga. Threw that bitch behind him.
And they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that.
Well, the offense turns it over.
This nigga, he'll be tripping.
This game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra
That bitch behind him like shit.
Poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them
Defense ain't playing though.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up.
Turn me up, Watts.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Looking to throw, it's Maddox. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had
These niggas are swarming. That's like 2-3 niggas around the play every time, and I'm loving it.
Example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side.
Swatted. This shit 17.
On the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Oh, threw a bad interception just now. That shit was stupid.
They may have to pay him overtime.
Great field
He's
position.
for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And Navy will go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game
They
going.
blitzing off that
Maybe
edge.
jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, does enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Definitely blitzing off that edge.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Vic.
This nigga slow.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it.
Really good route runner, but he's slow as dirt.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he's set up his offense down in the red zone.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver.
Ooh, another one. They clowning me today. I can't even hate on that. He made a play.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
On the move, it's Boyd.
95. This nigga's a stud.
By that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that
Turn up, Memphis.
ground game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Maddox. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Memphis will
Let's
send
get a
the punt
TD.
team onto the field. They're up to a half dozen.
Do this shit on ice. Defense has been great all day.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening.
Good return.
They finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Navy! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they tack on the PAT. It's 31-13.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's McKenzie. Very little running room.
2-4, you a dog.
He just hasn't had anywhere to go in this.
You really a dog, bro.
This has got to be disappointing.
So what
the
them niggas
offense,
say,
guys.
you
were
really a
expecting
dog.
to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Plucks it out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Maddox.
Oh no, get to him.
Firing to the
Why
right.
don't you just let the nigga sit in the flat, man?
Solid work and execution.
There's nobody else to guard over there.
Down as they mark it at the 40. The quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, you know, so you can mix it up and keep that defense guessing.
Oh yeah, 24. That was not dog-like behavior, my nigga.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in.
Fold
on
it.
this drive.
Oh,
That'll get the job
I got
done.
played twice in a row.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around.
I got 2 minutes. I got to go.
Show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza.
All of a sudden, the sun come out at the end of the game.
To the ground with the back.
Shit.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And those
22
little
a
runs,
dog,
man, they don't
though.
look
We can-
great in the box
can play with
score,
my
but
nigga.
I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Leaves it with the back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
The #1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. And here comes the Navy offense.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to
we about to get this matchup on safety.
This offense doesn't come through.
He lobs one high down the left side.
Another one.
He's got it inside the 15.
All right. I got a dip.